Hey guys, welcome back. Dream Reaver 23 here with another live stream event that you can watch live on youtube.com/DreamReaver23. We are doing some Farm Sim 2015, or Farm Sim 15. And yeah, that's what we're doing right now. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much for joining me here on the video on YouTube if you're watching this later on. If you guys ever want to watch this live, we do them pretty much nightly. And you guys can join us for that. Stephanie, what's going on? How are you today? Alright, so, what are we doing, you might be asking yourself? Dream, what are we doing? Well, we are sowing our seeds. We're planting our wild oats. But they're not wild. We're actually planting canola so that we can grow it. Take a break and try again? YouTube's a jerk. Hey, buddy. Hey, whoa, okay? It wasn't sent. I'm not gonna send your message. YouTube's like the worst bouncer ever. I got a fever. And the only way of curing it is sowing more seeds. So, yeah. What? Canola's real name is rapeseed. That's terrible. That's what that is. That's terrible. Be free, seeds! I need a farming simulator online. What, for like multiplayer? They have multiplayer on this. Right now I'm actually playing on a multiplayer server, or a multiplayer world. Just our other multiplayer person is not in here. And it makes me sad. Because if he was in here, I would not have to go through and hire people to do the job for me. So you want like EVE Online but for farming? That could be kind of cool. EVE Online but in Kansas. It's terrible. They could do the economy thing without making it MMO style game. Yeah, but see, everybody would just be going and selling their crops. Like, so you'd have to have that second part of that game, which would be people being able to use those crops to make something so it could be a cyclical system, right? So these farmers right here, like they could grow corn, right? And then somebody would have to have an industry set up in the game that takes that corn, sets a price for it that they'll go through and buy it for, and then in turn process that corn to make ethanol, which would be used to fuel the machines that they need to like harvest the corn. Calamities, memories. We make the bread. You eat the bread. So I mean, yeah, so it's like a whole system, because then you could be like, you couldn't just say, well, you know, we don't need to really make a game out of the industrialization part of it, because then you would need to have, I mean, why would people want to play the industrialization side of it unless it was really fun and interesting, right? So you would have to take, you know, the planting of the corn, the wheat, the canola, the barley, you know, things along those lines, the animal, like the fertilization, the manure and stuff like that. You would need to take those things and make them to where they were something that could be used industriously on the other side, so that people would want to play that industrial side. Let's see, David, honestly, for this game right here, with the amount of stuff that's in there, because I mean, think of it at this point, I've only messed with early farming, right? Not mass scale farming, but they also have things like logging in this game, to where that could be what you make money off of. The equipment, the, you know, level of detail on the equipment, everything is based off branded equipment, which is nice, so they know exactly how everything articulates and works. The level of detail, the scenery, everything like that, how the equipment works, I rate really, really high. It's a very, very good simulator. They've made leaps and bounds above 2013, which is the last one that I played. If I were looking at this on a scale from 1 to 10, and also taking into consideration how much of a niche market it is, right? So how select it is. If you're into simulators that just simulate things in the real world, you're going to think very highly of this. And if you're into simulators, out of a scale from 1 to 10, I'd go through and put this at about an 8.5 or a 9. Room for improvement, but still a really, really strong showing of it. If you're not into simulators at all, whatever I gave, it's not going to matter to you, because you're not going to be much for simulators and or farming. So if you like true world simulations of real things, I would say definitely Farming Simulator 15 is a really, really great purchase. So I mean, that would be my overall general underlying of how I would rate this game. Mill fetishes? M-I-L-L. I mean, that's a way to look at it for playing the industrial side. Now, something that I think that would be really cool that they did is if they took Farm Simulator 2015, or Farm Simulator in general, just like the Farm Simulator series, and made it to where this was this part of this game. In that same sense, take it to where you're bringing everything, instead of to a train station, you're bringing everything to silos for trucks, right? You could have the farm or the train system in there as well, but tie this one in directly to something like American Truck Simulator or Euro Truck Simulator, to where you can take that grain and actually haul it to other places towards you have the industrial side of it. Also include in there something like Train Simulator, to where you can go through and haul with the silos and everything like that. So I guess like how they have World of Battleships and World of Tanks and World of Planes and stuff like that. Something like that could be really cool. And this game does actually have drivable trucks and vehicles. I mean, if I pop over here right now, I can go down to cars. Yeah, if I could actually pick the right thing. So you can buy the Lizard. Driving a car allows you to quickly travel from A to B. But I mean, if they were to incorporate it with anything else, I'd say it'd be really cool if they were to incorporate this game with things like American Truck Simulator, Train Simulator 15, and then I don't know of any games out there that are just the industrial side of it. If you guys know one, let me know. But, you know, a full simulator of the industrial side of it. I thought they were supposed to be integrating those, Butler. But yeah, I mean, that's something that I could see that would be really freaking cool. And would nicely complement, you know, 3 different types of games. Does anyone like ramen noodles? It's probably easier to ask who doesn't like ramen noodles. And if you don't like ramen noodles, you haven't had good ramen noodles, because I was stationed over in Korea for about 2 years. They're delicious. But over there, it's ramyeon. They have 4 out of 5 nations with integrated air forces and ground forces, and they're planning on adding ships. It is good. I do have War Thunder, I just don't play it very often. It's one of those games that I just kind of have to get into. And even if you did want to go further into it, let's say they made it to where Farm Simulator 2015, and this is a stretch, so follow me here, made it to where you can go through and drop off all your grain onto the silos and everything like that, which would be able to be picked up by trucks from American Truck Simulator, be hauled all the way to the spaceport, where you would be able to take it in something like Elite Dangerous and carry it across the galaxy, or Kerbal Space Program, carry it across the galaxy or across the solar system to help build up all of the other worlds. I appreciate that, Josh. But yeah, like, why do the games have to be separated? Who says that wheat can't go through and be used on spaceships? Naysayers, that's who. Naysayers don't eat hay. Nay on the hay. I think it'd be pretty awesome. Give me the opportunity to go to space with my wheat. Well, I appreciate you too, Butler. You have 2 cows in real life or in game? In Farming Simulator. I need to get some cows, actually. Exactly. I mean, we already know that American Truck Simulator has the ability, at least, to go through and be set up in Oculus Rift, because they have it to where you can use Oculus Rift Dev Kit Mark II, but I don't know if they have the Pro Series model updated for it yet. I'm not sure on that. Actually, I got to go over to my buddy's house on Saturday, and try out the Oculus Rift. He got his Oculus Rift in last Monday. It's pretty freaking amazing. I do agree with Mike, though, or my friend Mike, that I tried the Oculus Rift out at his house, that we're still a few years off from like the amazing visual reference for it, because while it is incredible on really light backgrounds, it's you can see the breakup of the pixelation, so kind of the split between the red, green, blue. On dark backgrounds, it looks amazing, but on something that's really bright, you can kind of see that separation, which throws it off a little bit. That, and it looks like you're looking through something like this. I would really like to see them kind of get it to where you have more of in your peripherals, even if it's low resolution over there, but it just kind of gives you that more full view, like you're fully enveloped in it. I want the Vive. He actually has his Vive coming in by the end of April. He went all crazy and spent like $1,400 on the Rift and the Vive. He bought both of them. The Virtual Boy does do that. And it was red and black. I never had a Virtual Boy, but I remember at the Blockbuster Video, they actually had one set up where I used to live at the Blockbuster Video. They had one set up to where you could try it out. You could actually rent the huge thing. But no, it was really freaking cool. It was a really cool experience. And the one thing that I like most about it, though, is sides. I guess it would be like so Lucky's Tale, I think, is what the game is called. And whenever you go underground in there, it's like a diorama kind of looking setup, and it's freaking gorgeous. Like, that was my favorite part of going through there. Was like playing the game was really cool, looking around and everything like that was awesome. But going inside, like going underground in there and like running across the little short sections, looked freaking amazing. When will we be able to donate? Donate to what? If you have a virtual reality system, you need to do a bid of you doing a roller coaster. I want to play that Coaster Planet. Have you guys seen that? That looks really cool. Donate to me? I mean, I always appreciate a donation. Crowd boss, don't stay up on my account. No, if you're watching on the gaming.youtube page, in the bottom right by the chat, which if you're not watching on the gaming.youtube page, you should be watching on there because it's a lot better layout. I actually really enjoy that layout. Yes, Butler, definitely, it definitely is. The farming, though? Thank you, Nax. So watch it on there, and if you see it on there, at the chat on the bottom, there's a little dollar symbol. If you guys do want to donate, I do really greatly appreciate it, and that's where you can do your donations on there. I don't know how you can do it just on the regular watch page, but watch on the gaming.youtube page. It looks so much better. I like how the layout is. It's got the chat on the side. You can see the other stuff down below it, and it's got a bigger screen for the layout. Way better. That's how you should be watching that. Ah, got you. You're on mobile. Well, thank you for the mobile view. You could watch me while you're on the pooper. He done talked about a fart joke. We need this canola to be planted faster. Well, don't worry about it, bud. I just appreciate y'all being in here. Because it's a lot easier to have a conversation with you guys than with myself. I always start arguments. I try to be. I have, over the past 4.5 years, I've created 66, I think, parodies and or covers and or originals. Majority of which can be heard here on YouTube. Who made songs? Starting conversations with yourself is fine. Starting arguments with yourself, that's whenever people start to Ask questions. As for making the music and producing the music, I do. I have many an instrument, and I also have MIDI keyboard controllers and stuff like this and stuff like that, stuff back there that you can't see. Stuff like this. Well, we're farming here in Farming Sim. It's pretty fun. If you don't want, then you gotta go somewhere else, cause that's what we're doing here. Yeah, we're farming here on Farming Sim. I'm live streaming and you can win nothing, cause I don't got nothing to win. But hey, it's Farming Sim. Ta-da! I'm really glad my headphones reached all the way over there. Sweet! This guy's done. Which one is it? Nope. Flight of the Bumblebee in a terrible... You play saxophone? I always wanted to play a reeded instrument. I like the bassoon. Because it just sounds fucking... I love the bassoon. I love the way the bassoon sounds. But the bassoon's a double reeded instrument, right? My friend had a song that had a sexist title, so he changed it to Flight of the Wounded Bumblebee. And do what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? I play terrible guitar. Like, I've never taken lessons or anything like that, so like, I always want to take lessons. That'd be kinda cool. What else do I have? I have a whole bunch of my harmonicas and my cookie tins, because you always gotta have cookie tins. Works great for everything. Your friends got into an argument about what was better, and they both played trumpets. Oh, okay, one played trumpets and one played French horn. I gotcha. French horns are freaking hard as hell to play. Whenever I was in band when I was younger, I played trombone in band. Trombone and baritone. And we needed a French horn for one of the concerts, like one of the competitions, because our French horn player got sick or something like that. And so they're like, Derek, we're gonna need you to play French horn. And I'm like, Mr. Graham, I don't know how to play the French horn. They're like, it's pretty much like the trombone or the baritone. And I'm like, nothing's like the trombone. So I tried playing it, and after about a week and a half, I just realized that my lips were not made to be that small. My embouchures weren't as strong as they needed to be, so. It's crazy. That, and then you gotta learn the whole hand thing to make it to where it's got the right, you know, ambiance and tone. It's ridiculous. And that's where Dream all started. Yeah, I got nothing else really to talk about, so I'm just gonna be quiet now. I'm just kidding. I'm totally not. No, I played in jazz band. I played guitar and bass guitar. Me and the other bass player, we kind of switched back and forth. And then we had one song where I played keyboard on. That's pretty awesome, Butler. Whenever I was growing up, we pretty much were lucky to get a jazz band. So I played jazz band and then marching band and symphonic or sitting down band, whatever you want to call it. Bouse. Why? Because I'm a big band nerd, and I also played D&D and Magic the Gathering. I was a huge video game nerd. I used to get beat up a lot when I was a kid, and I always picked on because I was a big nerd. I was in the honors classes. I was in band. I was in junior ROTC. Everything that for any reason you will get beat up for is what I did when I was younger. I used to get picked on quite a bit. I had a lot of bullies whenever I was growing up. And it sucked, you know. Still deal with shit. But you gotta just keep going on. I mean, don't let the bullies from your past kind of make your future any less than what it ought to be. Easiest way to go about it. Everybody's gonna have assholes and bullies that they're gonna have to deal with in life. But they don't get to tell you who you are. Right now, my biggest bully is sitting in prison for murder. And everybody's like, he's innocent, he would never hurt a fly. And I'm like, seriously? I know that the guy's not innocent. Yeah, he got put in prison whenever he was like 18 or 19. How do I know? His name's Aaron Linthicum. You can find him online. He's from where I grew up, San Angelo, Texas. There was a big article put into it, and a lot of my Facebook friends from my high school whenever I was growing up. That's how I found out about it. They're like, "Did you hear about Aaron?" And I'm like, "No." I won't say that bullies never change, because there are some people from my past that did bully me at one point in time that have changed and that are no longer bullies. They kind of seen the errors of their ways, but the likelihood of that happening is very slim because most bullies just become assholes whenever they're adults as well. Someone disappeared in San Angelo during a school trip recently. Really? That's weird. I severed all ties to San Angelo in 1997. Sure, should probably park this a little bit further over. Uh, 9/11. I actually remember that day vividly. I woke up in the morning because at the time I was assistant manager at Sam Goody. If you guys are old enough to remember Sam Goody. And I woke up in the morning and I remember I just had like a really awkward feeling or whatever, and I turned on the TV because I was set to go in at like 8:30, 9 o'clock or something like that. And I turned on the TV, checked the news and everything like that because it was raining. And I turned it on, like they were talking about the first tower, and like probably about 5 or 6 minutes after I turned it on, the second plane went to the second tower. And I was just like dumbfounded, didn't know what was going on. So I remember I called into work, and my boss, Janet, I was like, hey, you know, have you seen what's going on? And she had been listening to it on the radio, so I was telling her what was going on live and everything like that. And I got into work, and we pretty much just like flipped we had a TV on, and we flipped it to the cable station basically because it was one of the ones that played the music videos and stuff like that. And we just kind of watched through the whole day. But no, it was one of the craziest things I'd ever seen. And that was one of the bigger factors for like me joining the military. I was in the Army for 7 years. I'm a veteran now, so but that was one of the things that caused me to want to join the military. So yeah. And here I am, years later, playing video games. All right. I don't know how long canola takes to grow. We got time sped up, 120 times speed, and we got the crops growing on fast, so we can be able to harvest these. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get these all harvested before the wife comes home. No, there's never any stupid questions about the military. I really enjoyed my military experience in general. I actually do really miss it. I'm always down to, I recruited for a while I was in the reserves, just really just talking to people about what I did in the military. I was an 88 Mike. I was a truck driver. I drove ammunition and troops and food and everything like that. Those questions are annoying and things that nobody really ever wants to talk about. Bottom line is, if anybody actually does have a KDR, which is a stupid thing to say, but if they do have kills that they've done, they're not going to talk about it. it's never really, most people, it's never really a point of pride. It's something you had to do. That's why people always get mad at me whenever I play like Truck Simulator, like Euro Truck Simulator or American Truck Simulator. It's because I don't crash. Everybody's like, you should crash, you crash. And the only time I do get go off the road or veer off or anything like that is when I'm trying to read chat. So I go in a lot more concentration mode. But yeah, so that was what I did in the military. I was a motor transport operator, and then eventually I became TCAIMS, which is logistical operations. So coordinating with TCAIMS, what you do is basically if you're a TCAIMS coordinator, you go through and inventory everything. So whenever I was over in Korea, I actually was the TCAIMS coordinator for the division, right? So I would go through and basically you take inventories of everything, and then you basically make a plan saying that if this whole division were to go off to war, these bullets would be held in this case, ammunition case, which would be stocked in this box, which would be put on this truck next to these weapons that would be targeted with all of this and have all this gear on it, and this everything on the truck is inventoried, and then it would be go on to this truck to be delivered to this train that would be delivered to this ship to be transported across the country to be dropped off at this dock to get unloaded onto this train to get trained out to this area to be offloaded by this truck and brought to this base. And you do that for every piece of equipment, ammunition, vehicle, and personnel. So you're actually also in charge of all your soldiers that are on the division as well. So it's a lot of work. Just the inventory alone was terrible to have to do because we had to do it so often. All right, so we're almost there for being able to harvest the canola, which I hope that we can actually harvest this stuff. If not, I'm gonna be pissed. I think it has to be daytime for them to grow, which would make sense. Well, I know she gets off at 11 tonight. Which button is it? There we go. So yeah, that's what I mean. There's tons of different job opportunities in the military, in general. But a lot of people go through and think the Army is like, ooh, we got crops. Our crops did grow. All right, let's put this on normal speed or slow speed. No, they're not ready to harvest yet. Ogres are like onions. What? They make you cry when you come? No. They stink? No. Ah, they start growing little white hairs when you put them out in the sun for too long? No! Layers! Ogres have layers, onion has layers. You get it? Everybody likes onions though. Cake! Everybody loves cake! Ogres are like onions. That's it. You know what everybody loves? Parfait! You ever walk to somebody and say, hey, you want some parfait? They're like, hell no, I don't like no damn parfait. I love all the Shreks, actually. I really enjoyed all the Shreks. I like on, what is it, on the third one? Whenever Snow White goes out there, she's like, oh, 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 and then she turns it into, and all the little squirrels and the woodland creatures are like, and they go all crazy badass. That's a good one right there. What's going on, Braden? How are you today, sir? Or tonight? It could be nighttime for you. I don't know. And I did not know that, Crowd Boss. It's pretty crazy. Our canola has grown into canola. I think it is harvestable now. Hammer of the gods. Alright, now we need to adjust the time down. Adjust the time. Real time. Real talk. Save game, yes. Back. Well, shit. Actually, we need to hire somebody so we can get... let's speed this up a bit. I wonder how fast this guy can... 6, okay. Alright, so let's drop that. Pick up our little trailer right here. Wait. Hey, no calling names. Alright, while he's doing his thing, we're gonna see where's the best to sell. Canola. The bakery is going for 1,061. All right. Nine. Where's the bakery at? Oh, okay, it's up there. So we go that away. Banner of the gods. Alright, let's get him to line up. F1 so we can see our stuff. Turn on the harvester. We'll pick it up from here, boys. It's costing us too much money. That guy was costing us a crap ton of money, too. Space. Nice. 1v1v1 where my friend declared war on me and built up a secret fleet. Bastards. Oh, too fast. Gotta make that money. Plowing up them fields. Gotta make that money. Are you level 30 in the dark zone? Not in the dark zone, no. I pretty much stopped playing. I started playing RimWorld. And then Farm Simulator 2015. That declared war did hit and runs for an hour, and then I explored the Alcyclone system. Alcalon system. I discovered his fleet. Gotcha. David, you heard my response to you, yeah? I don't want you to think that I didn't respond to you. Yes. Yes, I will stream again. Tomorrow I'll be streaming again. See, concentration mode goes into a different dream. We talk still, but I'm less vocal. Almost every day. Not every day. Time with the wife comes in there too. Except Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's hit and miss. I do generally try to stream still on at least one of those days. But, gotta spend that time with the wife. Prioritize, man. Prioritize. I know I could be getting this, like, a little bit over more, but it makes it to where you don't have to go back and get any side spots that you missed. Hey, Crowd Boss, I appreciate you being in here, bud. I appreciate it, bud. Thank you so much. Yeah, have a good night. Well, the wife's schedule, she works 4/10s, so she works Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then she's off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And like Friday night is always our date night, but we like to have TV time, cuddle time, loving time, all those good times. Get you some good rest, Crowd Boss. Got a nice line going right there. Alright. So we should be able to get a full system with both these fields. Ooh, that's too far. See, you guys are lucky too, because I'm one of those rare individuals that works on about 5 hours sleep a night every night. 5.5. Every day. One of those leftovers from the army. Which is actually pretty good, because it used to be that I wouldn't be able to get more than like 3.5, 4 hours sleep a night. Yeah, insomnia, PTSD, all that good stuff. It happens. I think we're gonna have to make this in 2 lines. Well, maybe. Nice. Looky there. Yeah, well, I mean, it's 29 bucks for the gold edition. That's all I got is just the gold edition. I mean, at least it's not a $60 game. I don't think this is a $60 game. A $30 game, definitely, but not a $60 game. Falco! Motherfucking Falco with shit! How are you today, good sir? Missed that one by a country mile. Sure. Why not? No, right now you can buy it for $29.99 for the base game and gold, like together for $29.99. That's how I did it. That's how I got it through Steam. Because I was just gonna buy the base game, and then I saw it was like buy the gold edition for $29.99, which includes the base game. No, so whenever you stream, it always goes to the same stream. I don't know why it does that. I would like for it not to do that. I want it to be separate. But I guess it's the streaming has that many likes. I guess you can put that into like followers or views on over on Twitch. And I don't know why it does it, but whenever you go through and finish a video and you put it to where it's live on YouTube, so the video is it by itself, it's got no views and no likes on it. So it goes to like just being just a regular video. So I guess that's how many people have liked the stream itself. Gold adds about 50 more vehicles and items that you can play as, or play with, I guess, in the game. But then there's also 2 other DLCs that are out there right now that you can buy as well. So, but yeah, for your answer, Falco, that's what it's doing. And I don't know, like I said, why it does it. I don't know what their logic is, because you don't really get an explanation whenever you start streaming. It's just like, hey, people like your shit. Great. Since I've already liked the not yet this stream. Gotcha. So yeah, I think the gold actually opens up this area, this map that we're playing in right now. I don't know if people have modded maps, like their own custom-made maps. I'm not sure on that one. Well, it sucks that they only allow you to like once. No. If you know nothing else about Dream Reaver 23, Dream is a guy that likes to make sure he always plays by the rules. It goes against his own nature to not play by the rules. And I don't like it. And he also refers to himself as Dream in a third-person sense. Beep! Beep! Come say hi at the stream while you change. Well, not while you change, but as you come upstairs to change.
Hello, stream!
We've been singing your praises all night. Because you're amazing.
Amazing!
Because you're amazing. I'm harvesting my crops. The city always exists. Dad, did you see that Mom's here? Yeah, you always seem pretty legit. That's why I liked you. I first found you on KSP. That was my favorite. And then you left for a while. I was kind of wondering if you were okay. Yeah, it's just one of those things that whenever you start a new job or anything along those lines, you kind of have to find your rhythm, if that makes sense. You know, figure out what's, like, when you can stream, how everything's going along. And so I know that before I got the job, I was playing KSP, and I love KSP. I love all the mods and everything for it. And, but it's one of those that, I mean, it's a time investment. It's a time sink playing KSP. He is. Ignored him, so that whenever you came home, he'd be like, Mom! That's what I do. No, that's the, so you have, like your crop outthrow, like, I guess if I was harvesting wheat, that would be the straw that I would be throwing back that I can go through and, I know. There is no little dream. That's Charlie and Missy we were talking about. Trust me, if there was a little dream, or when there is a little dream, YouTube would be like the third or fourth to find out. Yep, Missy and Charlie are both our Russian blue mixed cats. Rescue kitties. I hope we can sell this canola for a good price. Because if not, that was a season wasted. I'm almost done harvesting this canola, baby. Then we can have TV time. TV time! We have a dog named Timmy, who's actually going to be put down. We took her in and trained her, and now she lies on her bed all day. You trained her to lie on her bed all day? No, yeah, my first dog and my only dog, Sammy. I can't say my only dog. I'm pretty sure the wife will talk me into getting another dog soon.
There's Mini Dream.
So they can see it. Really, Minnie. Missy? Yes. No, it's Charlie. I saw the eyes. Have a cat named Buddy, who's actually a neighbor's before he decided he liked us better. Hey, your cat likes us better. Hold on.
Here's Mini Dream number 2.
No, camera. There we go. That's Missy. Hey, Missy, baby. Right here. This is Missy. She's the firstborn. She's my cutie.
She's like, no, no.
And then Charlie in the bigger size so you can see him. Hi, Charlie.
This is we farm.
We're farming. Hi, my co-captain. Charlie always lays in here on the bed with me. Or he lays in here on the cot while I'm streaming and whatnot. He's my second captain. He's in the commander's chair. All right, last row. Found a row to hoe. We don't have any mice anymore. We used to have rats. They were Lilo and Stitch. They were our 2 rats that we had. You loved them. They were just cute. Rhonda didn't like them too much. Rue didn't like them too much. So yeah, we had Lilo and Stitch, and then before that we had Sam, or Sammy, and then now we have Missy and Charlie. Oh, Missy. Huh. You'll hear Missy every once in a while going meow, 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 or meow, 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 meow in the backgrounds. I'm sure if you watch other videos, you'll hear her in the background, especially live streaming videos. We had mice, but one ran away. So we got another one that turned out to be the opposite sex. They got pregnant and then had 9 more before we knew it. They procreate pretty quick, them there mices.
What are you doing in the trees, you crazy? Oh.
Don't judge.
That was so pretty.
And then I put it in there, and then I drive it over to the silo.
Why is it black?
Because it's canola.
What's a canola?
You know how you have canola oil? It's made out of these seeds.
Does it grow like wheat or something?
Yep. So then I put this one away. I ain't got a row to hoe.
That's what it looked like. That is what it looked like.
Beep, beep, beep.
Aww, the butler is so kind. Yeah.
Alright, so now we gotta go.
Take the nightmares.
Take the nightmares and you go get rid of them.
Are you off-roading?
I mean, we're in tractors, so on-roading's probably the weird part.
Yeah.
So we're bringing this up to the bakery. Falco, you going to bed, bud? Ah! Wait, is he reading and not concentrating on the road? Why, thank you, bud. You have a good night. Get some good rest, bud. We stream on here on the daily. Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays up for grabs because, you know, spend time with wifey here.
Yeah, that's me.
If you guys want to know when I actually do go live, anytime I go live, if you go to if you go on my main page on the youtube.com/dreamweaver23, you can actually, up in the top right, there's a little 3 dots for the settings, and you can get it to where you get alerts whenever, you get notifications whenever I go live. There's people walking around here.
What? That's crazy.
This whole time I haven't seen a single entity, and now there's 2 like looking like Jehovah's Witnesses, honestly, walking around.
There's the 4.
We are an Amish country. Wait,
Where'd they come from?
no, there's no Jehovah's Witnesses in Amish country, I'm assuming.
She looks like a
She's a streetwalker. She's out there selling a body. That almost sounded Trumpish.
Trump code. Everybody wanted to burn it at work, but nobody wanted to pay the money to take it outside and burn it.
Somewhere over here is the tipper. The tipper. That's like the little silo spot where you drop off grain. She thinks my tractor's sexy. It really turns her on. We sang that yesterday.
Oh yeah? Or who?
I was just singing that. I don't know much of the song.
Who is she?
I only know that part.
Yeah, this is my first time seeing your tractor.
You are the she. Dang it, we only got 31,000. We got 11,000 out of that. That's not that much. And she's always staring at me while I'm tripping along. Or is it putting along? Ah, almost hit the tree. Alright guys, so that is the end of this stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and joining me. We got the canola planted. We got it harvested. We got it sold. We definitely could use more. Now it looks like we're driving home drunk. Apparently with our earnings, we bought a case of beer and we're just driving all over the road. So that's going to have a wrap it up tonight, guys. That's going to have a wrap it up. No glove, no love. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and joining me. You guys are incredible. I love you all. If you guys want to go through and follow and subscribe, I do appreciate it. If you want to see whenever I go live for anything, make sure you go into your settings on the YouTube channel, on the main channel, and put that to where you get notifications whenever anything goes up. Not anything. I mean, perverts. Until next time, I'm DreamReaper23, reminding you to game happy, and I will see you all later. Bye, guys. You got to keep this thing on the road. Baby! I'm trying to steer with my feet. Athlete's joystick. It's going to be weird.